We're learning.
Yo, kinfolk and skinfolk, what it do? Welcome back to our returning family and to the newbies. You are in the right place. Your ass ain't lost. Sit down, get comfortable. This is the Life Be Lifing podcast. Yes, we are hosted by the dynamic, the versatile, the witty, the what is it, squishy gangster herself,
Squishy
Mimi,
gangster.
Yeah.
the goddess,
Hey guys.
and she is flanked by none other than your favorite fat freckled man, your favorite coach's favorite coach, the big dog himself. Woo! Splash Charles, we in the building. Yeah.
What it do, man?
What it do though?
Mm-mm.
So listen, we haven't done a sequel for this particular season. Me and H used to do that back on Two Kings whenever, but we had to do a sequel because me and Cuzzo, aka Coach Reggie, aka Mister I Came to Pod, came through last week, dropped bar of the fucking night. Okay, dropped a solid gold bar on us. But the conversation went in a way where it's kind of like, damn, we can't have the complete story and go all the way we're going to go without some feminine input. So we brought back, you know what I mean? Our host was absent last week. She's back in the building. And then we brought back our sponsor, friend of the and family of the pod, the owner, excuse me, the owner of Simply Nashay Catering,
Oh,
Miss
Yes, get it
Keisha
right,
with
get it
the
right, get it
K.
right.
okay. Put some respect on my name.
Absolutely.
Pulling
Hey
up
y'all.
on you.
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And we are here to continue this conversation. So just as if you missed part one, stop playing, go back and listen to it. But just as a refresher course, we just wanted to get into, the balance that you have to have between lovers and friends, right? So I'm gonna ask y'all a couple of questions that I asked Cuz.
Mm.
So
Yeah, let the
how
ladies go first.
for sure. Um, we gonna start with me since she back in the building. Excuse me.
Here we go.
You gonna say,
How do you address how do you address beef with when you have beef with your significant other? How do you address it with your friends and vice versa? When you have beef with your friends, how do you address it with your significant other? Better yet,
Oh.
let's split the question down the middle and then reverse it. So, Keish, you got the friends when you got beef with the friends and your significant other. Mish, you got significant other and then you address it with the friends. Mish, it's on you. How do you handle beef with your friends? How do you address that with your significant other?
Oh, I thought I had.
I'm sorry, I meant it backwards. See, I done twisted myself around. So, how do you address
See, at least you
your
know I'm
beef
on point
with
tonight. At least you know
significant
I'm on
other?
point tonight.
That's a fact. That's what I got you here
Humble.
for.
right, you
Exacto.
always on point.
Exacto. So
On point to
typically,
all the time, Fife.
as you know, prior years, if I had beef with art, no one ever knew that. I would always keep it to myself because I have learned that when you have an issue with your significant other, and you take said issue to friends, you gonna fuck around and forget in a couple days what the issue was, cause y'all gonna have a conversation about it, and everything gonna be squashed. You know, he probably gonna fuck you to the mattress, so you gonna be good to go. And your friends gonna be like, "But that nigga just called you a bitch the other day. Like I'm not with that shit," and they're not gonna let that go. So it had to be something of significance for me to address that
Okay.
with my closest friends. I mean, my social circle of besties is very small. Matter of fact, my besties are probably really my only friends. Everyone else I kind of consider an associate, right? So they wouldn't
Right.
know my business anyhow. But I typically would not say anything to anyone because I felt like what goes on in my household needs to stay in my household because folks are very judgmental. And I also looked at it from my perspective. When my friends used to tell me shit, I used to be like, I'm gonna slide that nigga as soon as I see him. And it's like, but they're like, no, 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 but we're good. And I'm like, but I'm not good. Like,
Not a
so
slide
I
him
knew
though.
if my friends weren't good, I'm a listen. You know, I used to lay hands on people.
That's a fact. You definitely was a
Chop left the
slider.
trap. So yeah, I
Slide
would never tell anyone. I literally I would never really discuss it with my friends. I don't think I really told my closest two closest friends about a major situation with me and Art until it became physical because I had to
Okay.
end up going to live with her for a little bit. So it's like I didn't have a choice. I had to explain myself. And at that point I was like, yeah, I'm done with this shit. So it was gloves was off. There was no more protecting him because initially that's what that was. I was protecting him from other people having opinions about what was going on in our relationship. So I would never say anything. I would literally keep it to myself. And that's why I had a therapist. I was like, we're in therapy. Who I need to talk to other than her? I pay her all this money. We talking to her ass.
That
So
is
that's how I
true.
carried it.
This is where my
That is
bar
true.
came in last episode. So
And tell them what the
Yeah.
bar was, Edge. Tell them what
You're
the bar
right.
was.
the
Because it was
bar the
certainly a
bar
bar.
was the bar was vents vent into other places. So vents
Mhm.
vent like when you vent and you vent to someone, realize that that vent will vent into other rooms.
Hmm.
So I'm about to say you gotta say it right. Other
That's why
rooms.
Yep.
that's why you
Right.
don't vent. So that like we were talking about therapy last time, and like I literally said it now, I said that line, and I said this is why I go to therapy now because when I
Absolutely.
vented to someone, they vented that shit back to my ex,
And that's
and
also
that
a
was my
thing.
and that was like I
Yeah.
told you this in confidence. I didn't tell you this to go back and tell her or to straighten her out for me. No, I told you this because I needed to vent to someone, and you didn't hold what I needed you to hold.
Yep.
Hmm.
You broke that
You
confidence. You
gotta know
broke
who
that
you
Yeah.
trust.
talking to, though.
And,
Yeah.
and friends do that. I mean,
Yeah, especially when y'all everybody's mutual friends too.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So that was also something I also tried to avoid because I don't need anybody course correcting in my relationship because I mean we
That's
all
fine.
adults. You know what you did. You know what you did was wrong. Don't nobody need to talk to you about
Hmm.
that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like, you know, and even like with my friends in reverse, when they would have issues, I would really try. I started to try not to speak on it because it became a, oh, you're being judgmental, and I'm like, no, I just know you deserve better. So I'm just like,
Hold
yeah,
on
it
before
probably
you
would be
go
the
into
same.
that. Before you go too deep,
Oh,
let Keish go ahead and jump on that. Let Keish go ahead and jump on that because you're gonna fuck around and end up saying something that she was about to say. So let's
oh
go
yeah, because
ahead.
she got the other reversal of the question. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, so we should have had the opposite. But my friends, when we beef, I talk to him about it. I think in either situation, it depends on who you beefing with, how the other person feels about it. The person that you're venting to, how they feel about that particular person. Because yeah, I'll tell him stuff, and depending on who it is, he'll tell me like, oh well, y'all looking back, or she being petty, or it ain't that deep, or whatever. But if it's somebody else, he like fuck her. Like, and that's just what what it is. Like, and vice versa. Like, even with my friends, like you were saying, you do have those friends that you were once mad and now you not, but they still holding on to it. But then you got the friends that's just like, whichever way you carrying it, that's where I'm at. Long as you happy, it is what it is. So I don't know. I
Speak
I
on
I
that judgmental aspect, Mish.
I talked to him. I
Mm.
talked to him about pretty much all the beef with my friends, but I have selective friends that I would talk to and vice versa. And it depends on the severity of the situation.
Makes sense.
Now, so So I was going somewhere else. Nah, I was literally talking about like when my friends have issues with they niggas, how I would carry it. But to
Okay,
address
talk on it.
Keisha's point first, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna address Keisha's point first. So because
I fell.
you okay, bro?
You
Yeah,
okay?
no,
You
the
you
camera fell.
okay?
I'm good.
Why?
The camera fell. I'm good.
Technical
Right.
difficulties.
What
Yeah.
type of shenanigans is
I know
going on?
he fell or the camera fell. I was
Right.
confused.
Oh, that was classic. One for the books. But being as though Art went to college for psychology, he is a great listener. So he was able to listen to my issues, problems, beefs, discord, whatever,
Yeah.
with my friends and have a very unbiased opinion. Now, even if he had, you know, certain dislikes or disdain for my friends, he would never use that in the arguments that I was having with them. Like he would really stay neutral. So I could always talk to him about any beef I was having with my friends and it would be no problems.
I ain't that
He was
person.
always fair and just.
I ain't that person.
Mm.
I wish I was.
You
Most
ain't do.
men are. Most
I
men
wish
are.
I was. I ain't that
Most men
person.
are.
I
Mm.
used to tell her all the time, that bitch ain't shit. That bitch ain't shit. I don't even know why you hang with that one. Yeah, I'm
Oh
that person.
wow.
I'm sorry. Like if
Yeah.
I see it, I can't not speak on it. I don't
I
care
think
what.
the
Mm.
I think the only time he ever like spoke on it in that manner is if it affected him. So like let's just say if it was something that we mutually did for
Mm-hmm.
a friend and it came off like ungrateful or, you know, whatever, he would be like, yeah, I ain't doing shit else for that bitch because she don't give a shit. Like, oh no, I ain't going on my way for her no
Mm.
more. Like, but if it came to me saying, hey, so and so said or did X, Y, and Z, and that's really pissing me off. He was like, well, why is it pissing you off? He would come with the whole therapy aspect of it. But he
Mm.
would really never say anything negative. And like one of my friends used to give him the blues when we started dating. And he did not like her that much. But every time he saw her, he was very cordial to her. And
Oh
I was
yeah.
just like, you're a great man. Because I would have been like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck out my face. Because I
I
definitely
mean,
used to
you.
give his friends the blues. I used to be like, Tim, y'all niggas, I ain't, I don't know how I feel about y'all.
Yeah.
So stay the fuck on over there. Like,
I can't.
yeah. I don't give a shit.
Mm.
To this day, I'm gonna be quiet. Jesus Christ, let me just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, yeah. I'm about to say, hold on now. Don't do it.
I'm not.
Lord.
Don't overdo
I'm
it.
not.
Don't overdo
You're right.
it. For the record, I don't like a couple of them niggas either. But we gonna keep that there and leave it there.
So as long as y'all know, it's not just
Leave them
me, and
where
I'm not
they
being petty. It's warranted, but okay.
That's for sure.
But yeah.
Yo,
So,
you
but
don't like a couple
the
of them
other
niggas.
aspect, the other aspect I was hitting on when I was saying like, when my friends would have beef with their significant others, I literally would just kind of be like, "That's on you, baby. Like you chose that nigga. You stand with that nigga. You want to deal with that nigga. Like I don't got nothing to do with it. Like it's above me now. It's with the Lord. I'm not dealing with that
Not
because
is with
again,
the
I know you're going to
Lord.
stay with
Not
this
is with
nigga.
the
So
Lord.
why
And
am I
that's the
going to
part.
get in the middle of that? Like then he gonna be like,
That part.
your friend a hating ass bitch. I don't like your friend. Just what
Mm-hmm.
Red say? That bitch ain't shit because
Mm-hmm.
he know he ain't shit, and I'm putting her on to the bullshit. So now it's
Yep.
gonna cause a whole bunch of discontent between her and I, and it's never that serious for me because one thing I can say is, bitch, I'm always stay. You might be gone after today. So I don't really care. I'm not even about to argue with you until my best friends, any of them, if they not your husband and you dating someone, until any of them that are dating that are considered single in my book are getting married, I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe you nothing. So I'm gonna
And
stay out of
even then,
it.
I still don't owe you nothing when y'all get married. I don't owe you nothing. Like that's my
True,
friend.
true,
That
because
is
that's how
You
true.
I
are
feel.
an
Like
association of my friend.
little
That's
extension
fair.
that there.
You are
Right.
like you are the other
Yeah.
half to my friend, but you are not really my friend.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
agree with that. I can agree with that.
Like
Yeah.
we can be friends, we can become friends. That's all cool. But if I
How
got to
that
pick
Lil
between
Wayne
my
mean go?
friend
Woo!
and you, it's my friend always.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. I mean, and
Yeah.
it's kind of wild because I actually had a very long conversation to the tune of almost 3 hours. Um,
Sure.
on Tuesday with one of my friends' husbands.
Damn.
And like when I tell you when my friends with somebody and we cool, we locked in. And we were literally just talking about all kind of relationship shit. And I was just like, yo, we've been on the phone for 3 hours. But that's a rarity. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't
Yeah.
really find that too often. But yeah, I try to stay out the way because I always say this. I say I don't be in other people's business because I don't want people in my business. So I don't want you to
Right.
think just because like I'm privy to your business, you privy to mine. That's your choice for telling me your business. I
That's
don't got nothing to do
facts.
with that.
But
You
that
because
part
you're not gonna put
about
me on
the people that they gonna go back to that person. So I'll listen to your drama or whatever, but it's a limit on that.
yeah,
If you gonna
yeah,
keep riding the roller coaster, you gonna ride it by yourself. Don't call me unless you want to hear what I gotta say. And even after you know how I feel about it, I'm not gonna keep entertaining it. I'm just not.
yeah.
Like you
My
said, you
infamous saying,
chose them, so
yep. My infamous saying now is I'll listen to your problems once. The next discussion got to be about solutions.
you damn right.
I ain't finna do. I'm not gonna keep
Because
doing this
people
with
will
your
sit there and tell
ass.
you the story
Tough to
like, and
do
you
that.
supposed to be shocked.
Yeah,
What?
that's what I'm gonna tell you. You a dumbass,
Right.
and then you're not gonna want to talk to
And
me.
vice
So
versa.
you know,
Like when I was going through drama and my friends
Be right back.
knew it, like, and then when I finally say like, "Oh, we getting back together," or whatever the case is, they just like, as long as you happy, like, cause I'm not gonna come to you with the same old drama. Like,
right?
no, why we keep talking about
You
the
know,
same things?
yeah. It's I don't know. Like going back to the talking to your significant other, like. But what do you do when you have a significant other that doesn't want to engage in that kind of conversation about issues with your friends? Because
Hmm.
let's keep it a buck. Men do not come to their wife and be like, "Let me tell you what Charles did today." No, they're
Oh, I
not
do.
doing that.
I no, I ain't gonna lie about that. I do. I did that.
Okay,
That was me.
I was
That
gonna
was
say
me.
it depends on
okay,
the
okay.
man.
Well, let's talk about it. So, when you used
I
to have
did.
issues with your friends, how would you address that with your significant other? Like, how did that look for you?
Oh, listen, we be. I talk, so I'm communicating. Let me say,
That's the
because
part.
she'll ask a great question like, "Oh, yo, I ain't hear you talk to such and such in a couple days. Like, everything good? No, no,
No.
no, nope." Because she know how I am with my friends. So if it's one of my closest friends, my best friend, she know I normally talk to them at least every day. So if
Right.
I'm not talking to somebody, it's like, yo, I ain't hear you say such and such name. Like, what's going on? Oh no, they did some shit I don't appreciate, and I got to fall back for a second. And then like I go into the story of whatever
I
happened
do like that.
because that's just how it be. Like, and if you my wife, I feel like I can have those conversations with you better than having those conversations with anybody else. Even a friend, like even
Right.
good friends, like I can't tell all my friends that I'm beefing with another one of my friends. Why? Because it's gonna be like, why you beefing with him? I thought we was all family. I gotta hear that side of the conversation, and I don't really want to hear that when I'm beefing. Because when I'm beefing,
Right.
I'm petty. Like
I'm
I'm
beefing.
real life petty.
Just me.
Yeah, like I'm real life
Just
petty. Like
me.
I just
Oh
am who I
damn.
am, and now I know I'm petty. Like I'm petty Pendergrass, whatever you want to call it. I'm him. Like yeah,
I'm
I
done.
I take that shit to the extreme. It, listen, I am who I am. Like so, I said, you know, I'm the realest one around because I'm gonna keep it all the way at being with y'all. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna hide nothing. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and because we friends, I feel like I can tell you exactly how I feel. Now it's on you if you can accept that. If you can't, then we weren't really friends, and I'm cool with that too.
It's funny because I
That's
take
me.
that very same approach in
That
my
part.
friendships and relationships, and I think it drives a lot of
Yeah,
people crazy. And like I give people fair warning on how I move in that respect. And the moment that you don't respect that, then I'm gonna move around you. Like I the whole time
right,
block
Mm-hmm.
somebody. I don't give a
right.
fuck. You mad? But you're not gonna come address me about it though. That's your problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't care that you mad, but you're not gonna disrupt my energy because I warned you about how I operate. But that's cool. And
Uh-huh.
it's like people do have an issue with you standing 10 toes down on how you move and operate. So they want to make it
They
Right.
seem
do.
like it's something wrong with you because you won't budge on your morals and principles and the codes and your standards and expectations of people in your life that you hold close to you. You know, and it's
Right.
funny because one of the conversations I was having with my friend the other day was like, why more men don't hold each other accountable and talk. That's my biggest issue with why I never really had to talk to my significant other about beef with his friends. Because first of all, my husband don't like confrontation, so he not about to be beefing with them no ways, right? And then secondly, I think a lot of men view that, oh, I'm beefing with my friends as like some soft bitch ass nigga type shit. So they'll never be
No.
like, oh, I'm beefing with so and so, I'm mad with so and so. Like a lot of men really be out here like that nigga did some bullshit, but fuck that shit. And like I let it ride until it like
Oh
is
no
a
no no
build
no
up and they
no
become
no no no.
like super angry about it, right? You said not you, huh?
Nah,
But
I hold
yeah, so
my
I
friends
never had to
accountable.
have those conversations. Yeah, I mean, I never had to have those conversations. Like, I would ask, you know, like, hey, how was so and so? When y'all hanging out? Whatever the case may be. And it's just kind of like very nonchalantly answered. You nonchalant? I'm going to be nonchalant. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to match your energy because that's what makes you comfortable.
But let me
Yeah, no,
ask
So
y'all,
I
listen,
when you
I was about to, now you made a face. I was like, come
oh
in.
because in that particular situation, like you said, you know, what I mean, bro definitely prefers to avoid confrontation. However, you on a podcast with two very confrontational brothers, and
Nick.
honestly, most of the men I know don't don't really worry about avoiding confrontation with their brothers because at the end of the day, we still gonna be brothers after this confrontation, or we not.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
Oh,
just it. There's no beefing.
key
We're
words.
not doing the
That's the key
beefing thing.
words. I'm not gonna hold a
That's
beef
we're
with you.
not
We
doing
just
the
ain't gotta be cool no more. Like
that's all
I
it's
can
going
be
for.
cool with not being cool with you. Like, and that's what motherfuckers don't understand. That's why I hold
See,
my friends
no.
to a certain level of accountability. Like, because I can be cool with not being friends with you. Like, that's fine.
It ain't gotta be
Like,
beef.
we can
It ain't gotta
have
be beef.
it don't
See,
gotta
I'm
be
like
beef.
that.
Like,
I'm like that.
Mm,
It don't gotta be no beef. We just can't coexist together. Now,
right.
mm-hmm.
however, there are people. I'm just gonna say people who
For sure.
they take whatever their friends dish out to them because
Yeah.
they don't want to get kicked off that friendship island because they
Oh
don't have
yeah,
no other
yeah.
alternatives and these been their ride or die since day one.
Shut up.
Bruh, fuck you and your friendship
Unfortunately.
island. You're not a good friend to me, and
Not
I
fuck
don't want
you
to be
and the
your fucking
island.
friend. I'm taking my ball and I'm going to fuck home. Cause nigga, you not gonna keep busting me in
Taking
the
my
face with
ball
this
and going
goddamn
to fuck
ball. I'm taking my ball and going
I'm
to fuck
taking
home. You
my
find
ball
somebody else to play
and
with.
going to fuck
Boy, and I'm
home.
going home.
I, 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 I don't ever have to be nobody's friend that bad to
Well,
where I can't have a conversation with you about shit that you've done wrong to me, positions that you put me in that had me fucked up, things you said up to or about me to someone else. Like, and I always like me and Art have this agreement on behind every joke there's some truth. And I don't like when people make these little weird ass jokes,
That's a
but
fact.
it's some jealousy with that shit. Like those are the kind of conversations
yeah.
I used to be having to have with motherfuckers. Like, so let me tell you about this comment Shorty made. Like, what should I say about that? Like, I've never any direct beef that I've had with friends. I'm taking that shit straight to them because you're my problem.
Right.
Yeah,
Because you're my
You're
friend.
my problem.
yeah,
Supposedly.
Yes, because you're my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly.
So
yeah,
whatever my significant
for
other has
sure.
to say about that, it's not gonna change anything, right? Because I mean, clearly, I could tell Art all day long. I don't like your friends. I don't think they're the best influence. I feel like the way they live their life ain't really like set up for how we live in. Da 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 da. But I'm not gonna be like you can't be friends with them anymore. I'm just going to tolerate the shit because them your friends to deal with, and just like he probably don't like my friends. I'm not saying he does or doesn't, but he might have some disdain for a friend or two. He'll never say it because he knows he not gonna move these friends out of my life because literally every last one of them were here before him.
For
So
you.
he don't want to
Right.
fight that battle. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's
No
like
man
it
wants to
goes
fight that battle. No man
Nobody.
wants to fight
No,
that bitch.
no, never, never, never. You know, and I think like Naria and I touched on this. Is
Well, I
like,
don't say none, but you're right. Most men don't
you're
want to
right.
fight
I
that
do know.
battle.
I do know some dudes that's like, man, get rid of that bitch or I'm gonna get gone. And it's like,
Yeah, because
actually,
you gotta be like
it's
that sometimes. You gotta be like that
but you'll never
sometimes. You
know that
do.
that's who it came from though. You'll never know that it came from the dude
Mm.
though. If your friend stop
Mm.
fucking with you, she's never gonna say because her dude not fucking with you. It's
That's
I
always
fair.
won't
gonna
say
be
never.
a
No, I
cover up
can't even say
excuse.
that. I Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's not true.
Really,
Because let me tell you,
really.
I've definitely seen some women use the man as a cop out. Yep, yep. I've
Oh,
I've
Mm.
seen
using
definitely
him
that
as a
seen
too.
it.
cop out
So
is
that's
different.
different.
That's a
That's
A cop
that's
different.
Not
out,
even as the
as
cop.
in when
So
you
no, no, no,
don't
no.
you don't
Not
want to be
so.
friends with him
So
no
let
more.
me. So let me rephrase. Not as the cop out. They've been straight up honest. Like let them know. Yeah, I'm choosing peace with Boo
I mean,
over you.
Okay, and I had a friend that did that, and
I
My
believe
man,
it.
my man, my
And
and
she
man.
ain't say it straight up, but yeah, that's what she
but
did.
and that's the thing. There was never
yo.
any
You did not
respect
have to say
behind
that.
when it happened. Listen, because that's a my man, my man, my man. Listen, and it's cool if you want to be all about your man. I'm not mad at that, right? I'm not mad at that. Like literally,
Yo,
I had a friend that did not talk to me for a couple years, and it wasn't off no beef. It's just like radio silence. And I will always get asked about said person, and I just kind of was like, she over there doing the family thing. And I wasn't lying.
Mm.
I was not lying. I already knew what it was.
I ain't say
I made
that.
a
We
statement
ain't friends
to
no
You
her
more.
already know what it
significant
is.
other, and I was like, "Listen, long as you do what you say you gonna do, we're cool. But the minute you don't, we have a problem." And I'm sure that was taken and high sided on because probably wasn't expecting me to be that straightforward. Um, and I feel like for her, it was if I want this relationship to survive and thrive. When we finally talked about it here recently, it was I had to cut some people off or like step back so that I could focus on my situation to make sure I was getting what I wanted out of this life.
Mm.
And I literally told said person, and I have no qualms about that. I already knew what was up. That's why I
Mm.
said what I said. When I returned it to the fold, I said what I said because what I said to said person took that and did what they were supposed to do. So I don't have no beef. I get where you had to go in order to get where you wanted to be. Some
Mm.
people don't, and listen, that person definitely don't shy away from
Real nigga
confrontation.
activity.
But because they know that it wouldn't have been an easy fight if they had have told me that straight up. So the best thing for them to do was just to fall back quietly and kind of keep touching me in the distance. Like, I'm here. Just, I ain't gone nowhere. Like, here's pictures of the kids. Like, and it was just like the grand opportunity when, like, I guess life kind of came to the pinnacle point for them. They were like, so you coming over for said holiday? And I was like, I'll be there, bitch. What I need to bring? And I'm sure it shocked the fuck out of them. And it's been
Mm.
like, if we locked in, ain't no switching up ever since then.
Mm.
But everybody don't operate like that. You know what I'm saying?
nah.
And
Absolutely
Fact.
not.
I can do that. I literally can do that with all my friends. Long as you don't fuck me over, I'm going to fall back and help you transition into whatever it is you're trying to do in life and support you. I got a friend right now. Every call I'm getting, I'm declining right now. Because you're not going to put
Mm.
me in a position where I got to be super worried and concerned when you know we don't even got to move like that.
Mm.
So I was just like, phone will ring, decline.
Damn.
After about 3 calls, they was like, I know you're mad. I'm going to give you some space. And my response was, this is how you know I'm a better me. I would greatly appreciate that. That's it. I'll call you
That's
sometime next
growth
week.
right there.
It's
That's some
Yeah.
real
growth right
growth
there.
for me. It's real. I have learned to deal
Mm.
with people on such a different level. It's not even my
I ain't got that
significant
growth
other.
yet.
Like I just, shared with,
I ain't got the
Nah
patience to
and them
somebody tell you
earlier
why I'm mad.
about a little message I received, and normally I would have been like, "Why are you texting me this? Why you just can't talk to me about this?" I've
Mm-hmm.
realized a long time ago, this person can't talk about certain things. So the way we gonna talk is via text until you feel comfortable enough to talk to my face about it. And that's just another reason why I don't address a lot of beef with people, because what was the term Ace used now? He was like, my mind
Oh,
moved faster than my mouth. So it's
mouth.
like,
Yep.
he was like, I'm thinking, but I can't get the words out. And then it looked like I don't give a
Mm-hmm.
fuck about replying to you in a certain manner. Now you getting mad, and that was literally the issue. And people, like, clearly people can't tongue tango with me. Like, I will out talk you all day. I will talk circles around you. Like, I will over talk you. I will under talk you and still be over talking you. And people can't handle that about me. Like,
Can't
Art be like,
stand it.
I be trying to get my words out, but I can't formulate words. And I'm like, got it. So we just not gonna have
Lord.
verbal conversations. That way
She
you can
said tongue
process.
tango. That is
People
a
don't want
fucking
Yo,
bar right
tongue.
there.
People
Tongue
don't want to do it with
tango.
me. Like you'll never win. Never win ever. Like I'm always gonna get the last word, and then you're never gonna outword me. But either way, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had to learn to deal with people in their communication style. It has
You
been
True.
have to.
such a joy for me.
You
Such a
have
joy
That's
for
to.
me.
such a
But
hard
people got to
control.
learn how to deal with you with yours too. Because I'm not one
Yes,
to sit there and talk to you about the problem while I'm mad. I can't do that.
I've.
My mouth is restless,
See,
and I don't. The way I feel about you, I'm not going to do that. So I don't like to argue. I'm
Okay,
gonna
I'm gonna
tell
do it.
you flat out, you got it.
I'm gonna do it.
That's
I don't care
it.
how mad I
Now
am.
later on, when I calm down, I can tell you how I felt, and maybe I don't even feel that way no more. Maybe
Yeah,
it ain't even that deep no more. But right
yeah,
then and there, when I'm big mad, leave me the
No, it's
fuck
deep.
alone. Okay?
If I
For
get
real, for
mad,
real.
it's deep. And it's staying there deep.
that's me.
Once
See,
I get mad,
no,
it's
I
that
just
deep.
need some time. I need
Nah,
time.
No,
Just
that
give me
sounds
I
just
don't
give
need
me
time.
time. Now,
I'm
if
gonna
you
I'm
It's
gonna
can't
be
deep.
give me
mad
time,
until we talk about it. I'm gonna be mad until we talk
We
about it.
in the deep. We in the deep end
nah.
of the pool until we talk.
You
yep,
trying
that's
to
how
drown
cuz
their
is,
ass,
man.
dunking
Man,
their head
I'm
underwater,
trying to
huh?
tell you.
Cause you know how I get.
Okay.
You if I
It's
get to the
that
point
type.
where I'm mad, it's a wrap. Like you might as well not talk to me no more. We might as well not even consider ourselves friends. Cause if I'm mad, I'm
Yeah.
not coming off that mad. Like no, ain't no me going to sleep and I'm gonna be chilling. Only person that get that is my lady. My friend's not getting that. Like my lady gets that because she gets the benefit of the doubt of having an explanation. You niggas don't need. I don't need your explanation.
Mm,
Your explanation to me is why the fuck did you do the fuck shit? Explain it. And then when I hear the dumb shit you gonna say, because I know you my friend, and you gonna say some dumb shit to me, and I'm gonna look at you like, so that's what you came up with? That was your
not even.
response. Like that's where your math was at when you thought to say, like, because your math is not mathing no more. So you thought that was math you should use to come talk to me, knowing me,
Wait,
like
Y'all
you
see what I
know
gotta deal
me.
with?
But I'm
wait.
saying that that's the perfect explanation as to why I don't. Because I
They,
know
nope.
me. I'm touchy. I might be pissed off
But
about something
that's
real small.
important,
Like,
right? But that's important, right? The one thing that all of y'all have in common is knowledge of self and self awareness. And that's a very big deal. It's a very huge part of being able to properly communicate with other people. Because no matter what the communication styles are, if you don't know yourself, if you're not honest about your either inability to communicate, ineffectiveness in communicate, over effectiveness in communication, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you
It's
don't
gonna be
know that
bad.
about you, you're going to ruin your relationships of all kinds, friendship,
yeah,
love, business, whatever. You're going to
people do
ruin
it
it
every
because you're
day.
going to open this, you're going to open this, and what comes out, you can't do the damage control on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you're going to open it and you saying what you want to say. It's not even on some stuff like, oh, I ain't mean to say that. Like, that's cut. Rarely ever does he say something and then be like, I ain't mean to say that. No, he meant to say it. He
Nah,
absolutely meant to
I meant to
say
say
it,
that shit.
and he's going
I
to
You might
stand
not
on
mean to
it.
say
absolutely
a
meant.
damn
And
thing.
until he
No,
realized,
no, and I meant to say
and
it that
until
way
he
too.
realized he
No,
was
no,
wrong, after
I don't back
way
down at
more
I said what I said.
None.
Listen,
None.
if I said
No
it
give.
and in the tone and the anger, the way I said it, I meant to say it that way. That shit came out the way it was supposed to. I learned from my
And it'll
mom, and
be
my dad a
wrong.
long time ago. Yeah, it
It'll
could be
be
wrong.
wrong.
I could be dead
Yeah.
wrong.
So until he realizes he's
But I
wrong,
meant to say,
you're not gonna get that apology.
Mm.
But he said what he
yeah,
said from his heart, his mind, and his chest. No beefs about it.
listen.
No,
And listen,
ain't
if
ifs,
I
ands,
realize
or
I'm
buts.
wrong, if I realize later that I'm wrong, I'm man enough to come to you and tell you, hey, I was wrong. I apologize. I shouldn't have said that.
Right there
But
too.
I meant what I said
That's
in that
important
moment.
Yeah.
too, because people don't know how to apologize.
Yeah, that's how I am. Like I'm like
But
Reg. Like
all that, like I said, is knowing yourself because you're dealing with another person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And sometimes, no
Yeah.
matter how much you think you know a person, you're still learning a person. So
Right.
whether it's our friends or our lovers, we're still learning them, no matter how long we've been in their lives, no matter what we
right.
know about them from top to bottom, because people change, people evolve.
yeah,
Unfortunately, some people
Yeah.
devolve. Um, so
Some people
you're
stay stagnant.
constantly going that too. But stagnant is at least easier to predict because you
But
already know
no,
where they
it's
at and where
not.
they going to be.
No, because you're different
It's
and they're
it's
the
it's
same. So it's
mm,
hard because it's
no, they're
like,
easier to predict.
mm.
It's harder to accept. That's what it is.
okay,
That
Stagnant
ooh,
part.
is
ooh,
easier to
ooh,
predict
That
and
part.
harder to
bar,
accept.
bar,
Right. Certainly a
bar,
bar. That
bar,
part.
because I definitely deal with that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I progressed, same person still in the same place. So it's like now I know how to deal with you differently, but you still annoying as fuck because it's like
Mm.
you ain't learned to deal with this and do better, move better, respond
There
better,
it
act better.
is.
And it's funny because again, based on what I was telling them earlier, said person is just realizing like, oh shit, this is my issue, and now they're just becoming
Right.
self-aware. And I think a lot of it came from probably conversations in therapy. It's like, well, what's the tone in the house? What's the conversation? What's the responses? What's the reactions? And because I have no reactions about anything anymore, everything is like, okay, going about my day. It's kind of like that scares them because people are so used to me being
Man, fuck. That's the
Mm-hmm.
scariest shit
hypersensitive,
ever.
Hop right in.
That's the scariest shit
overreacting,
ever.
very passionate, over
Oh
the
yeah.
top, like
Yeah,
Reg,
people are afraid
cussing,
of that.
saying whatever. My father literally told me, Demisha, your problem is you think you can say whatever out your mouth, and people supposed to agree with it, and they don't got no say. No, I responded to him. I was like, no, I can say whatever the fuck I want to say because how I feel is how I feel,
And
and
it
I
don't
can
matter.
I can express how I
Right.
feel, and it don't fucking matter. You don't gotta fucking agree with me. Like this time, I'm literally talking to him. I was like, but I'm gonna say what the fuck I feel, and ain't nothing you can say about it. Da-da-da-da. I don't care how it comes out. It is what it is. I said what I said. Then after like I said some really mean shit, and I was like, that wasn't very nice of you.
What
But
I've
I
learned
said
is
what I
that
said. I'm not apologizing. And literally, almost 3 months, my dad would message me almost every day, apologizing, trying to contact me, and I was just like, ignore to teach a lesson. And finally, I was like, "You're good, pops. It's over with. I said what I said. I'm not taking it back. I'm not apologizing for it. But okay, I accept your apology." And it was like,
Too
Demisha,
good.
but you
clearly
know,
you
like
still have
Y'all like
some work to do.
I definitely believe like you can speak your mind, speak your heart, because when it comes to feelings, I feel like if I'm speaking about my feelings and you act like you don't care or you nonchalant, you're letting me know you really don't care about what I'm saying. So I'm going to speak my feelings because
oh,
they're my feelings.
I don't really agree with that.
See, it's
I
my feelings.
don't. And that be why and that be what get me in trouble with people. They be feeling
Mm.
like how cuz feel, and it's like it's not that I'm nonchalant. It's a
Yeah, I'm not.
let me give you this quick package of thing. Well, I don't want to waste too much time because I want to go on to another question. So first and foremost, I have to absorb all the information that you're giving me, whether you're talking to me,
Mm-hmm.
whether you're yelling it at me, especially when you're yelling it at me, especially when you're
Mm-hmm.
yelling it at me and you coming at me full force. I need to be the calm person, right? Because matching your energy
Mhm.
usually gets us
Very
nowhere.
difficult.
And as Cuz can tell
Right.
you, between men, as I've mentioned before, once a dude come to you all mad and angry and loud, and you match his energy, y'all gonna end up fighting more than likely. You
Man,
really are,
what? Yeah.
More than
cause,
like,
cause, 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 like it's just gonna happen because that disrespect level is gonna get breached by one of y'all. At least one of y'all is
Yeah.
gonna go over that line that you shouldn't have gone over. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Either it's me trying to check him because I feel like he's getting a little bit too much, and it's like it's hard for me to accept what you're saying right now, cuz because right now you seem like you on this type of time, and he's on like nigga, I'm bound, and it's like, all right,
I thought
cuz
about it,
you closing in
fool.
my personal space now. You closing in my personal space now. Yeah, because you need to understand. And then I hit cuz with the forearm, so now he feels disrespected because he feels like I'm not paying what he's saying any mind, and I just touched him. Now it's hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
before all that happens, I have to literally be because what I used to do, what used to be my issue, is you can see it in my face, you can see it in my posture. Like even my wife would tell me about it. Like I'm rolling my eyes, I'm laughing at you when I feel like you said
Face
something
fucked up.
stupid. I'm
Yeah, I'm definitely
chuckling.
gonna laugh. I'm
I'm putting my
genuinely.
hands on my head when you say something that's like incredulous to me.
Cause you
So
just mad
now,
at him.
so now,
This was
yeah,
this
and
this
people
is
get
not
mad
read
at
right
that.
here.
But it's no,
This is
but
not
it's
read
no win.
right
Exactly.
there. That's not read right there. Fuck is they talking about?
Because it's like,
That's
but
funny.
I've learned, I've learned through therapy, through growth, believe it or not, through watching some of these alpha male podcasts, believe it or not, and they're trash. Don't get me wrong, they're trash, but
Damn, he called him
like these
trash
dudes is
though.
really like low key terrible people. Yeah, no, those Jones is trash. Not all of them is trash, but those Jones is trash. Like the
Like
host,
who we
the
talking about?
setup,
Like
everything is
what shows
trash.
we talking about?
But
Man, don't get people no bad
Who though?
shit.
I'm
Like
not giving them
you
no
gotta give me a
bad
Dang,
name.
shit.
you,
Giving them
I'm
go
not
play
giving
you
them
over
like
this
no bad
bitch.
running
shit.
the.
You gotta,
I'm not
now,
throwing them no
you
ooze.
gotta get. All right,
Fuck them niggas.
Ah, we
yo,
can't do
listen, off
that.
mic, you gotta give me a name because I want to watch
Fuck
the
them niggas,
trash.
man.
Like
They,
I want to
yo,
see the trash. You got
they
to give
ain't
me an
doing no.
off mic.
Oh Lord.
Listen,
No, we
we'll
not
talk
giving
about
them
that
niggas
off
no
the air,
space.
man. I'm not giving them
Yeah,
niggas
Yeah,
we
no
not
off
free
giving
mic.
them no
press so
no
they can sit
plays.
there and ignore me. Yeah, because all they
Cause
gonna do is
clearly.
Yeah,
if
off.
they this video ever cross them, they gonna be like, he only got such and such subscribers. I won't even mention you. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same type thing
Lord.
and not even mention them because they don't matter to me. I was just trying to pick up
Okay.
information here and there. But again, what I did learn is when you are dead calm, when you are dead centered, when you are not betraying emotion,
Right.
no matter how that person feels about you not betraying that emotion, you're not doing anything to them. And sometimes that's the most you can
Mm-hmm.
do is not do anything to them. You're not being offensive. You're not being dismissive. You're not being disrespectful. Now, they taking it as nonchalant because they're not seeing any reaction, any feedback. But the whole thing is, I'm actually actively listening. I am taking
Right.
in everything. I'm trying to sift through how much of this is your
Yeah.
bullshit ass emotion and how much of this is actually what I need to deal with because you might be right about me being fucked up in this aspect or me doing you wrong in this potential fashion. So I have to
Right.
sift through that, but you're not giving me that opportunity when you come in dead at me because I am a confrontational person. I have no actual
Yeah.
problem matching your energy and dealing with the fallout after. I'm good with that actually, very skilled.
Mm.
But in terms of preserving our friendship, our love, our partnership, it doesn't serve us well. So somebody in this conversation has to be the person in control.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not going to be you. Like, it's not going to be Cuz. I know that. I know that. So
Yeah.
when me and Cuz would have these little fallouts, Lord forbid it's actually in public. Lord forbid it's anybody who could be there to hear or see it. All you would see is a slightly taller man and another man, and this man is yelling kind of upwards at the slightly taller man, and you see him pointing his finger, and it
Right.
looks real bad from a view. It looks bad. I look like a nut.
Mm-hmm. It look like
I
a
look
nut.
like a nut. So what
Hate
happens is
you.
at some point you
Mm-hmm.
see the slightly taller man with the freckles put his hand on a slightly shorter man's shoulder and walk him to the side. And I say,
Mm.
so are we going to fight or not, nigga? Because like at, at,
Look at him.
at this
Real
point,
quick.
our conversation
See
isn't
me then.
yielding anything. Like,
That's
no,
his
for
favorite
real,
fucking
because that
Right.
line
might be
too.
what he feels
That's his favorite fucking line. Fucking bullshit. Like, don't
Because
nobody want to. We're fucking arguing and talking. Who the fuck want to fight? I didn't say I wanted to fight you. Now if it's somebody else, I'm all for the fighting. But I'm not fighting you. You're my fucking family. I don't want to fight you. I want to fight somebody else. You, I just want to
but I
argue with,
do it with.
get my point across, get my point across, hear your point, and we fucking end the shit.
But the
Ain't
problem
nobody trying to
is,
argue though.
like I said, I don't want to
I
get
don't
into
give a shit. I'm fighting everybody. I don't give a hell who it is. If I got a
Right,
ball
he
up
want
your ass,
but
this is
that's
gonna
why
happen. Listen. We gonna fight
he
or
want to
argue.
fight
What is
we
it?
need to
everybody.
get to. My thing is, we need to get to a point where you make a decision. You know what I'm saying? We need to get to a point where we
Yeah,
make a
what we
decision
doing
about how
here?
we're going to treat
Yeah,
each other, about how we're going to conduct
yeah.
this. Because hearing that
How we
question,
carrying this?
9 times out of 10, I haven't had to fight once I asked that question. It's not because people are scared of me or anything. Yes, I do have
They
hands
just
and
don't want
feet,
to go that
but it's
route.
not because they're scared of that. It's
Yeah.
just like at that point, it checks you to let you know, all right, I see where you're going.
Yeah, we
You're
escalated it.
telling me
Yeah.
that I'm going too far and you can't talk at this point. That's my way of saying I can't talk to you. That's my way of
Yeah.
saying we can't
Mm-hmm.
talk this out. Because, like I said, I want to hear your point of view because you can't hear my point of view. You're not even in a position to listen. You're not even in a place to
Yeah.
receive my counterpoints or my point of view. Because once I say it, what it's going to do, make you more mad because I don't agree with you. You don't really want to hear my side.
Mhm.
What you really want to hear is that I accept your feelings, that your feelings are valid, and that you are right. I can give you 2 out of 3.
Hey, oof, oof, oof.
I
And
can
you
give
know,
you two out
Nari,
of three. But it'd be
I'd
that
rather
third
for
one that
people
everybody be
to
really pissed about.
exactly.
It'd
Yes.
be that third one that
Yes.
And
everybody be really pissed about. And that's why I
I'd
need you to
rather for
think,
someone.
are you so right that you're willing to take this to the mat? Because
No.
if not, you need to back the fuck down. If not, you need to
And
back
I
down
think
and you need to
that's
let me
why
walk away from
I prefer your approach, right? Because me, when we're talking, I don't care how heated we get. Don't walk away
it.
from me or
Excuse me.
end the conversation. Cause see now I'm gonna grab you by your motherfucking shirt and yoke
And
you
then
up.
take
Cause
it
like
on.
you disrespecting me. Cause you walking away, ending the conversation. Cause you feel like you have that right. You don't have that right to end a conversation like that. So I'd rather you ask me, is we gonna throw hands or not? And I can be like, all right, let me calm down. I know I'm getting a little overzealous,
Mm-mm.
but that's why people
Because I
get
used to be the
tuned
walk
up
away
though.
person. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did
Yeah,
used to be the walk away person. For
that's
sure, for sure.
that's never a good thing with me. Don't do that.
But
Like you're
it's
gonna
her
regret it.
saying you ain't got the right to walk away.
You ain't got the right to walk
Yeah,
away.
that's
Don't do
No.
How
that.
crazy is that?
It'll be the
that's
last time you
Who
do
triggering.
it.
said you
How
can
crazy?
leave?
That's
That'll be the
triggering right
last
there.
time you do it. Okay. It's very, but don't do it. It'll be the
But
last
but
time you do
but
it.
but let's
Ask about
let's move
me.
on.
Don't walk away from me. So I think the problem
Let's
be
move on
people.
to something else.
No, but I'm going somewhere with this. That be the problem. Why people
Okay,
get so tuned up because their feelings in said conversations, arguments, disagreements, talks, whatever, their feelings aren't being validated. I feel like that's why
Okay.
people go to the max
for sure,
because
for
they know
sure.
they being heard. They know is there
Yeah,
more?
right. I'm
Okay,
loud
what
enough for you
else?
to hear me.
But it's the fact that you're not saying I hear you, I agree with you. Here's my perspective on it. It's like okay, what else? What else? It is like you're not validating what I'm saying. You just receiving the information, you processing it. Because what is the famous saying? You are listening to respond,
Yeah.
not to understand.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's
that's
people's
that's the
biggest
one.
problems. So I think it gets
Oh,
to that point
but
where you gotta say, we gonna fight or what? Because you feel like niggas is disrespecting you because they not really listening to you. They not
Nah,
right.
validating you
focus on
or your
that.
feelings.
Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah, but that's my 2 cents
Yeah.
on that.
So to the women, my response because I'm clearly not fighting women out here, but my thing is like, so are we done? Are we not good anymore?
Man,
I don't like
Are
that.
we
I
not
don't
good
like
anymore?
that. I don't. That
you
yeah.
know you don't like the
Use
are
another
we
term.
done?
Don't hit me with that. Are we
Right.
done shit? Because I feel like that's just as disrespectful as walking away.
It's condescending. It is.
Well, no, I'll
Yeah.
ask.
That's
I'll
what I'm
ask. Are we done
saying
too? I'm
too.
not even gonna lie. I'll ask that. I'll ask that. I certainly will. Simply because it's like once you start, like you need to understand that you have every right to be upset and express yourself. What you don't have the right to do is disrespect me.
That's true.
And even if you're acting that way because you feel like I disrespected you, if your option is in turn don't disrespect my way, what do you think we finna get out of this?
Not a goddamn
See, now
thing.
that
We
There'll
part
be
is
no,
different.
there's no
You
healing
ain't
to be
finna
done.
disrespect me. Now we gonna talk about that.
There's,
Yeah.
there's, there's no
mm,
healing to be done. There's no coming back from this at this point. So then let's just wreck
Yeah.
out. Let's just chalk it. You mean for the brothers, let's wreck out.
Yeah.
For the women, let's chalk it. Don't speak to me for a couple
Yeah.
of
When you
days.
get
Don't speak to
disrespectful,
me
it's over.
forever. Don't
forever.
speak to me
When you
forever. Whichever one
disrespectful,
you
we
choose.
got nipped in the bud right then and there.
Yeah.
Because
But
however
if it's
wrong,
something where you just
however
trying to
wrong
get
I
shit off
did
your
to you,
chest, mm,
listen, like I said, it's a line for everything. Because I'm sorry, I think people make the mistake of feeling like because I'm wrong, I can now retaliate however I feel like it.
yeah,
And my thing is, that's cool for somebody that you don't want to rock with no more. It makes sense.
Right. Right.
But somebody
yeah,
who you want to maintain a relationship with, you're
That
doing
ain't cool.
damage.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you are.
It's not cool at all.
Yeah.
But let's go to something since I had both of y'all. Because Cuz started talking last week, and where we said we needed y'all is when it comes to the whole thing about um inter is it intergender or intersex friends, whatever we call it. Basically, females having a lot of guy friends, or females having guy friends,
Co-eds.
men having
Co
female friends. So,
Mm.
like,
co-ed
let's
friendships.
let's speak to the nature of that. What does that look like for you two individually? And I know it's going to get kind of boring because I kind of know y'all already and I know how y'all handle it. But for the sake of the audience and the conversation, please give us, Keish, this time you go first. Have you, in fact, I just asked before, I know you don't currently, but have you before had to have that issue where you were serious with somebody and the whole thing about, you having male friends caused conflict? And if so, how did you navigate it?
So I have not been blessed to have that problem. Um, quite
That's dope.
honestly, you are my first sincere platonic friend,
Oh,
and
word.
the fact that you're friends with him, it works out for me. So yeah, I mean, of course, granted, I know it's certain things. I mean, not sexually, of course, but it's just certain
Of
things
course.
that you just don't do. Period. But
Facts.
no, I've never had to deal with that, thankfully,
That's what's
and
up.
I hope I don't
I'm
ever
your
have to.
first platonic friend. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, I'm
you
your
are,
first male
Oh,
platonic
you
friend. That was
so
so
and
so
we
sweet.
and
special.
we.
You was hoeing too much.
So
Shut
special, so
up.
special,
That's
so
the problem.
special.
You was hoeing too much. You should
Wait,
have had
say it
some more
again.
platonic friends before me. I said you was hoeing too much. You should
Don't
have
do
had
her
some more
like
Man,
that.
platonic friends
really?
before
You
me.
said I was hoeing? Nah,
That's what he was
nah. You out of
saying.
pocket.
Yeah, that was cold. That was kind of
Oh.
cold, nah.
Yo, no.
She know I'm not being
Information.
serious. She know I'm not being
I
serious.
know.
But no, she
But
conduct
no,
herself like,
thankfully, that's
I mean,
not a
either
thing
she
I gotta
rock
deal
with
with.
you or not. So it's really believable. It's completely believable because
Yeah,
the way, just even when we work together, the way she conduct herself, very much icebox until she rock with you. So
yeah. Pretty
unless
much.
she's in a place where it's a bunch of men, the math is not even going to math itself out for her to have no whole bunch of male friends. So
Right. And him having friends, I
me,
mean, I understand that he had friends before me, so I don't have a problem with
So you don't have a problem having female
how
friends
mature
that's
of you?
platonic?
How mature of you?
that. No, but I will say this, right? So I had an ex
Oh
boyfriend
shit,
that I realized shut up, every woman that he called his homie, he definitely smashed. And
No, that's problematic.
That's a
yeah,
problem.
it's hella problematic.
It's
I was
problematic.
like, it was so when I realized that,
not
yeah, that's a
everybody,
problem. Everyone,
not everybody.
literally,
That's
if that
crazy.
was the homie, he smashed her. He was a hoe.
That's
I
nuts.
mean,
That's
Yeah,
bad.
I
That's
mean,
bad business.
that's bad, bad.
it is bad business, real
You shouldn't
bad,
even operate
real
like that
bad.
as a person. Like
Right.
I'm gonna judge him a little bit. I know we ain't
What?
supposed to judge, but I'm gonna judge him a little
I
bit.
judge. I said
Nah,
I'm
he
judging.
should be judged. He should be judged.
That's not
I'm
a
judging.
cool way to live. That's not a cool
But
way to
it
live.
Super
depends on how you
dangerous.
carry the relationship. Like if it's one that you hide and you weird about, then now I'm like, what's up with Shorty? Like, but I don't have that problem. Like he got female friends, and if I come in the house and he on the phone with her, whatever, now we on the phone with it because that's just how he operates. Because he a
Now
weirdo and he
we on
like
the phone with it.
everybody to be talking. I'm not
No,
a
seriously.
talker.
That's
He's a friendly
that's
person. So
overly.
if he being weird, like if I come in the crib and you like, oh, I gotta call you back now, it's like, what's
Gotta
up?
go.
So, but
Yeah,
yeah, no, I don't have a
I don't
problem
know
until
about
he got
that
a
one, but
problem.
okay.
That's not his
I'm
MO.
saying
Yeah, no, for real. He'll
it's
mess
it's just
around
a
and just rope
conversation.
you into the conversation. He, he's the mayor, man.
He a different kind of different. I'm trying to tell you for real.
For real, for real.
Okay.
For real, for real.
Okay.
Mish, give us your take.
I've never had that problem because I've always been a homie anyway. Like I'm very
I was
like
about to say,
relatable.
like, like, wait, you just had a
Right?
whole
It was a long
conversation
time.
about you being a town boy. Like, wait a minute, like, I'm confused.
No, I have not been
Tomboys be
blessed
giving that
to.
box up though, so not her, but I'm just saying it'll be tomboys
Yo,
giving that
that's
box up.
that's twice
So
you did. That's twice you insinuated that
no,
somebody got
I
some
didn't
tip
say
top.
her. I said there's some. I'm
Yo,
addressing the. I said
Tell me how
general.
you really
Last time I
feel.
played on Last time I played on Keisha, but I'm just saying, don't believe, don't sit there, hey, don't sit there and believe all these tomboys.
No, don't.
If they not gay, if they not gay, they giving somebody some box, okay?
All I'm gonna say is,
Continue.
nah, it's right.
shit, they
Don't
giving it up when they
believe it.
gay too. Don't be fooled.
Listen, they about to
Do
say,
not be fooled out in
don't.
these
Nah, it's
streets.
right. Don't be fooled.
That's
But
another
Everybody
conversation.
wasn't gay from the jump. Now, come on. You know, women
um,
choose for different reasons. I'm saying.
I'm gonna drink
hilarious,
my juice.
I'm saying.
hilarious.
I'm gonna drink my juice and mind my business. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Get a
saying.
little hot around the
Don't act
collar.
like y'all don't know,
Um,
okay?
but no, I haven't had that problem.
Wow. Wow.
I probably have what I would call the most unproblematic husband when it comes to stuff like that. Like my husband isn't jealous of any of my exes, and I'm cool pretty much with all of them because I mean I've realized they was the problem, not me, and they still love me. But that's cool. But we're cool. I don't got no beef with them.
They
Um,
was the problem,
so
not y'all heard what she said. Hold on, y'all heard what she said, right?
and I
They
say it again,
was the
Exactly.
problem, not
And
her.
I was about to say, and she'll stand
and
on
Continue.
they
it.
still love me.
And she'll
Continue. And
stand
they
on
still
it.
love you.
Ten
Continue.
And
toes.
they still love me.
10 toes, and they still love me.
Continue.
They just know they can't. They just can't. They can't have me no more. They know they that ship has sailed, and they're
Uh-huh.
very respectful. And I think that's probably what has made it cool for like I'll say one of my exes. He calls me for financial advice all the time. Like Art talks to one of my exes about like guns and shit. Like I don't want none of them niggas. Nigga, I chose you. So he already know, like, that's how I operate and that's how I move. So I've never had any issues with that. And, like, even my one, like, male bestie, like, they were friends first. Like, I met him through him, and it just so happened we had more in common. So, and my husband's very weird. He doesn't let new people into his social circle. And that's typically how I am, but it was kind of
That's
just
me.
like, it was a couples thing, and then it was just like, it didn't work out to continue to be a couples thing because we don't like the wife, but we like the husband. So it's just like because like they go to the range, him and I work out like
You
it.
feel like we talk about swingers now.
So I don't have them kind of problems. I don't. I
That's
don't.
the life
And
all the way
he
out.
don't have them kind of problems either. Cause I actually talked to one of his exes more than he does. Her grandmother was our realtor for buying our house. Like, but you have to not be a jealous person. You have to be very
That part.
confident in yourself. And I know
Mm-hmm.
who better than me, bitch. That's why you married me.
I
And
know that's right.
you're not gonna get no better than
Talk
me.
your
So
shit.
You gotta
Talk
say
no,
your
we
that.
good
shit.
over here.
Come on,
Like
man.
try. And I always tell Art, if another bitch can have you, she can have you.
Ooh, talk your
Mm-hmm.
shit.
And I would
That's
presume he
right.
would feel the same way if another nigga was to be able to get at me. Like then let that nigga have
Right.
you. I don't keep nobody where they don't want to be kept. So we have
I
never
know that's
had those
right.
problems. Never,
Mhm.
never. I think the only time I might have had to been like, there was one time I was like, hey, you better check that shit because that shit looking real sus. And if I find out it was anything other than, we gonna have a problem. I mean, I told him straight up, like the way you moving look funny. The optics ain't looking good. You probably not doing
Yeah.
nothing. It probably ain't even that situation, but the optics looking real bad for you with Shouty. And I will tell you in a New York minute, stop talking to her. You're not gonna like you're not gonna like that because I'm gonna stand on that, and you're not gonna be able to tell her that because you're not gonna be able to explain why.
Mm.
Shit look funny. So yeah, I have definitely never really had to deal with that. But I've been always honest and open. Like Art has never been like, who that nigga? I don't know that nigga. Where that nigga come from? It's always been a this is who this is. This is how this went with that
Mhm.
person. This is my relationship with this person. This is my dealings with this person currently. Like this is where we at with it. Yeah. Look, my father made this joke because he was like, "Damn, you got all your exes and your new nigga at the cookout. They might as well meet each other."
It be like that sometimes.
It
Same.
do. It be like that.
It be
Like
like that sometimes.
No real shit. Like so, I thought
I
mine
don't
was
have
just
no
weird
problem with
because
none of
he
these
talks
niggas.
to my
Art,
ex husband.
these are my old niggas. You got a problem with any of these niggas? Because if you got a problem with any of these niggas can go. Oh, they cool? You cool with them? Anytime you got a problem with these niggas, let me know. They gonna go. I tell people all the time, if my husband got a problem with you,
You got to
you
go.
gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Nah,
I don't
nah,
care
that's
what
true.
we got.
That's
We can be locked in, but if I gotta switch it up because my husband don't like you,
Right.
because you done something to make him uncomfortable, you gotta go. And I hope you respect
Yeah.
that.
A lot of
And
niggas can't
luckily,
respect that
because
though.
I make that clear from gate,
A
I have
lot can.
never had any problems. Never.
Mhm.
that's
A
what's
lot of
up.
But
niggas
then again,
they can't.
that's something you got to put out there front.
Right.
True,
Yeah.
true. Cause now you didn't get to speak on it when the ladies wasn't here. So after you catch your breath, go ahead into your
Over
view
there
on the
dying.
right on the co-ed friendships.
So I got a lot of co-ed friendships. I've known these women longer than I've known some adults. Some people I've been friends with, male friends. Like these women don't. I mean, like they my go-tos. Like I can talk to them
Mhm.
about any and everything. Like they are like my sisters. I got 20 plus years in with these women, so I had to introduce like when I was married. I had to introduce my wife to them. Like, yo, listen, like, no, I never did nothing with them, but we go back way
The
Right,
back.
flats
Like
on the Cadillac.
they've been they've been around through my good times, my bad times, everything. And they probably gonna be here if you leave. They're gonna be here after you too to make sure I'm still straight. But when it was like we had a new addition to our circle, and just so happened it was somebody that I dealt with before, and it was crazy because we all in the same circle, and I first night I had to tell my ex like, yo, hey, listen, all right there, she ain't part of this circle, but I do know her because me and her used to deal. So I'm gonna let you know now, like before we walk in, before it get awkward, uncomfortable, I don't need none of that. I slept with her. That shit happened. That's just what it is. I'm that person. I'm gonna tell you straight up, like if I mess with somebody, so you're not uncomfortable, or
right,
you try to figure out if something happened because this person is looking at me in a different way. No,
right.
Mhm.
you gonna know. We not gonna. There's gonna be no sugarcoat. I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't even believe in sugarcoat
Yep.
shit. So
Yep.
we gonna talk. We gonna you gonna understand who everybody in the room is, so you know how the room is set. I don't want you to be
I
blindsided
respect
by
that.
That
shit.
I respect that because that is I will say that is one of the biggest issues I did have with Art. It's like because he knows I'm gonna have questions. So instead of saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, this person was," or "We did," or "She thought," he just don't say nothing. And then when I find out, because people love to talk to me, I'm like, "So why you ain't fucking tell me that?" Because now I'm looking stupid
Mhm.
because I ain't know what was what.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
had to tell him my biggest thing always is when it comes to shit like that, don't have me looking stupid in these streets. Like
Yes.
as
Right.
your woman, I should always be 10 steps ahead of all of that kind of shit. So when somebody come to
Yep.
me with that shit, I'll be like, "Oh, that's old news to me, child. Please, bye." Yeah, I already know about that. Because sometimes
Right.
people like that kind
Right.
of drama.
Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
nah, nip that shit in
Yes,
the
they
bud. So
do.
I respect you for that, Rich. That's what's up. A lot of men
Yeah,
don't
I
do that.
I definitely
I
believe
love it.
like in any relationship, friendship, relationships, marriage, whatever we talking, you gotta have that honesty with those people. Like you gotta let them know like what's going on. No matter what room we about to walk into, I never want you to be blindsided when we walk in that room.
Facts.
Like if I care about you, unless it's a surprise party or something, like we talk, that's different. But I'm talking about like we going
That's different.
somewhere and we and like nah, like like when we go places, I tell you straight up who gonna be there before we go. Cause
Who all there?
Nas
You
is
know,
the
that's my
quickest
favorite
person
question.
to ask you like he's the one that be like, yo, who gonna be there because he might not show up. So I gotta give him the heads up
Or I'll
before
leave.
that nigga even pull out his driveway.
I will
So
leave.
I get like he get there and see
Oh,
somebody he
I
don't like and
definitely
walk
leave a
right back out the
situation
door.
I don't
Like
like.
that nigga want to tell you he leaving.
Dip it.
Straight back. Nope.
Dip on them.
I'm
You know.
gone.
So that's why it's like my friendships. A lot of my friendships have 25 plus years in those friendships.
Yeah.
So when people be asking me like, "Yo, I see you with the same circle all the time," well, yeah, that's the circle I be with. Like that's the only circle I got. My village is
Right.
who it is. Like that's my village. Like that's where I belong at. I don't need to be over here with those people and be friends with those people over there and be over here with everybody. No, like I'm cool right here. Like these my now just because you know all of us or you know some of us or you know me, that don't mean you part of that circle. That doesn't mean you know me.
Real
You
talk
can
though.
know me. That's cool. That's very cool that you know me. If you ain't part of that, that's different.
Yeah.
And we don't invite new
Yeah.
To
people
be
in all
cool
the
with
time.
me, you still not in the
Really don't.
Right.
Right. Yeah,
group.
no, for real.
But
Now, I personally, like I said, I can't relate because my wife don't know none of my exes because I don't speak to them. Um, I
right.
haven't had
I'm about
a
to say
whole
you
bunch of
right.
exes in life, to be perfectly honest.
Mm,
And the ones
Nope.
I had, what we speaking about? What we speaking about?
right.
As Mish said, y'all was the problem, not me. So we ain't got nothing else to speak about. We really don't.
Yo, y'all both
Oh,
gonna
you
say
need
that
some
though?
help? You can
Y'all
use
both
some.
That's it.
You can use my expertise. Hey, cuz you witnessed though. You witnessed. You literally have witnessed the situations. Both of those.
I am.
Not me, dog. And
Right.
you seen I done tried. Okay.
Now it wasn't you. I
um,
can I can two hundred and
it
ten
wasn't me.
percent say it
It was
wasn't you.
them. It wasn't me. It was them. Um,
Right.
It wasn't
so
me. It was them.
truth be told, it's literally like on some. And again, because I've been with this woman so long, like we not running in the same circles no more. Like we live in completely different lives. So I don't really have that problem. Um, but when it comes to the homegirls, the homies, like I'm big on introductions. Hey, you know, if I'm with my wife somewhere and I see one of my friends, hey, bring your big head over here. Come over here so I can introduce y'all. Or, you know what I mean? If I'm having something and my wife there and my friends show up, hey, come here. Or, you know what I mean? Whatever. If I'm chilling and, I mean, it hasn't actually, now I think about it, I've never been chilling with a friend where my wife just walk up. That never actually has happened to me. But if it did, I would be like,
What you
hey,
mean
babe.
just
Like, she
walked
wouldn't
up
have to
like
spot me. Like, I've seen that
when you
happen with
say
other
you
people where I be kicking it with them and they man walk up.
Mm.
Like we be
and
out,
what be the
like let's
problem?
just
They ain't
say
never
you
met
out
you?
on the Ave or whatever, out in the public. Yeah, he ain't never met me before,
Oh.
so it just how happens. We chopping it up, we busting it up, and all of a sudden this gentleman comes walking over, and that's they man. So that's never happened to me where my wife has done that. But if so, like first of all, I'm aware of my surroundings, so I'm gonna usually spot her before she spot me, and then I'm gonna be like,
Right.
hey, baby, Hi, come here. Either I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna come to her or tell her come over here, whichever one, right? Um, because it's not no issue. It would be, in my opinion, it would be beneficial to have my friends be friends with my woman. Um,
It would be
Absolutely.
beneficial.
like that's the way I prefer it. Now, it's not always going to work that way. We know that. Not sometimes your friends are not particular fans of your significant other. Sometimes your significant other is not particular fans of some of your friends. On either side of the gender. Um, but when it's all said and done, I'm still introduce y'all. I'm not gonna hide you. I'm not gonna try to have you be the pop up friend where it's like, oh, that's just because that looks suspicious as hell. Um,
Yeah, it
so
does.
like I said, I don't,
It
I don't, I
does.
don't, I don't have, and because I don't have no exes that I haven't slept with. It's honestly, I'm not gonna have my wife in the room with this girl I used to sleep with. Like honestly, me personally, even if one of them was to come back out of nowhere and want to be friends, I'd be like, nah, I'm cool. I'm cool on that. I'm
Everybody's
cool on
not
that.
meant to be
Oh, but I
friends.
got podcast resources. I got podcast resources. Great. I'm sure you're gonna help somebody get off the ground.
That's nice.
Right.
I got a
That's
coach. I
nice.
got a son I need for you to train. I got a son I need for you to train. Oh, you need a son that needs help? You remember Reggie, the dark skinned boy, my cousin? Yeah, no, he's a
He do
coach and
it.
a trainer too. I'm gonna give you
Don't
his
send them
number.
my way. Because I'm going to
She
send them
said,
right
"Don't
to
send him my
somebody
way."
else.
Go ahead over there.
Uh-huh.
What happened to him after he leave my site? I don't give a damn. You can
Right.
send him to
I
the
made
boy
a
that don't never watch
referral.
nobody games for all I care. That's not my business.
Exactly what I'm sending them to.
That is not my business.
Y'all shady.
That is not my business. Yeah, definitely,
Y'all shady.
definitely shade. Um, but
Yeah, but it
after
doesn't
that, it's not my
benefit.
business,
It
and that's
doesn't benefit to be sneaky. It doesn't. It just makes your
it
Not at
situation
doesn't.
all.
worse.
It
Because
doesn't.
what happens is,
It doesn't.
it then has the potential for every situation after that to be side eyed.
Yep.
There it is. There it is. And
So
like you
that's why I
said
don't got
earlier,
time
the
for
big
that.
word optics. If it looks funny, that's all it
Yeah.
needs to be for in their mind for it to be funny. And then at that point, you got half so
Yep.
you don't
Yep.
need. Like
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
say, the worst
For sure.
situation for you to be in is to have your significant other think you cheating with somebody that you ain't cheating with.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
Yep.
exactly.
goddamn
Worst
it, the
situation.
worst.
It is. That's
You sitting
why
there
I
being
always
faithful
tell.
and they think you cheating. It's not.
Right.
It's never a win. It's never a win.
And that's why, like, I always say, it may seem like I am probably giving you too much information, but I'd rather give you all the information and you have it than for you to have to ask me questions. And it's
Right.
like, now I'm
Mm-hmm.
backpedaling with answers. So it kind of like when I hang out with the homie, a lot of times I'm just going to say, I don't know what he was telling his folks, but I was telling my folks, like, hey, look, I'm going to hang out with Slim. I don't know if Slim's
Yo, I
whatever.
swear,
No,
when you
but
say
this what
Slim,
we gonna be. This what we doing. You know how to find me. I'll keep you updated, but just know this where I'm at. And if
Right.
Shawty hit you, don't get in that. You stay on up out of that. And so he finally started learning like, oh, you're smart. And I was like, yeah, because like I ain't finna lie to you, but I can't control what that person doing. That ain't
Right.
I can't control that. So to keep us out the shit, I'm gonna tell you what the bullshit is, so you know how to sidestep that. And he finally
Right.
started learning. I was like, yeah, your friends be putting you in some bullshit, and you not smart enough to come to me off some G shit and be like, look, so Slim don't want to let his wife know where he going because the ex gonna be there, and she don't like the ex. So I'm just telling you, if the wife call, don't answer that call. Or just act like you don't know nothing. Like, be smarter, move smarter. Like, let's be a
Yeah.
unit. Let's be a unit on these type
Yeah.
of
Right.
things.
yeah.
Hmm.
No,
But
real up.
everybody don't
Real
operate
up.
like that. It's just dumb shit. But whatever.
Unfortunately, they do not. I feel like we've hit a lot of important bases on there. Um, I definitely appreciate y'all coming to fill out the discussion in a more robust way. Um, the different perspectives, the feminine perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I could talk my shit every day and all day, but I definitely have these conversations for the purpose of trying to create, we're trying to project and put forward, you know what I'm saying, as much of the big picture as I possibly can. Um, One of these days, I'm gonna get a guest that's gonna feel like arguing with me really bad. Um,
Can I be on that show?
but I don't know who that is. I don't know. I'm sure you want to be
Yeah,
there.
I,
Um,
I
I don't
definitely
know
want
who
to be
that
there. I just don't
is.
know who that person gonna be.
Like, I'll be honest, but that's the thing, right? Because unfortunately, the people who I know who want to argue with me the worst won't come on to the podcast and talk the shit. You know, they'll Twitter finger
Yeah.
or
So
Facebook
I
finger
got
to
two
death.
people in mind.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or maybe they'll be on my line, or maybe in my face. But if I'm like, all right, well, this is, you know, we should have this conversation. Come to my platform and let's put it on wax and stand 10 toes on it.
You like
I
it.
don't really.
I don't want to do that.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Oh.
Or nah, dog. I'm not really that invested like that, dog. All right, cool. But one of these days, I'm gonna catch somebody,
Niggas be
and the
on fuck
podcast is
shit.
gonna look a little bit different from the way it looks with us, or with the guests that I've had so far. But until then, I
Those
appreciate the way y'all
podcasts, I like to
comport
be on.
yourselves. The fact that you prefer that. That's your type style.
That's my type style.
I
I
love the shit actually, but I feel like nobody wants to do this with
listen.
us. Like they don't want to do
That's
that
when
with
I'm
with.
really
They
here
they
to
they
pod.
they don't.
That's when Mr. I'm here to pod comes
They
out for
don't.
real.
They
No,
don't.
God.
They don't. I don't know what it be, man.
And I'm
I
good.
don't know what
I
it
mean,
be,
I'm
but
kind of good with that, but then nah, not really. But yeah, you know the vibes.
I'm about to say it's all about if they can actually hold a conversation. We could go back and forth all day if they can hold a
Exactly. That's
conversation.
what I'm saying. You
But
know
some
the
people
vibes.
just
You gotta be
there
able to talk. You gotta be
because
able to
it's
talk.
here to pod. Them motherfuckers here to beef and argue, and that's what I'm never going to do. I
Mm-hmm.
can debate and go back and forth with anybody, but I'm not fighting with you on my podcast. I will surely hit the button that
Yeah.
sends you the fuck
That's
home,
what I said.
I was about to say, I would
because
drop your
that's
ass
not
from the
going nowhere.
pod.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's not going
that's
nowhere. It's
not
not
compelling TV.
beneficial.
It's not
Yeah,
compelling
that's
Yeah.
not
podcast.
beneficial.
Yeah, no
But
points are being
let
made.
me let
It's
me
kind of like what we said earlier.
exactly.
Right.
Right. So here we are. We wrapping up. Does anybody? Let's starting with our sponsor.
I
Anything
knew
that
it.
you need to drop on the audience to be ready for?
Mm.
Come on, you gotta start doing this
Um,
with exuberance and energy and a smile. Come on now. Ain't no
man.
side. Come on.
I don't know.
Talk your shit.
I don't have no
Say
promotions
it
or
with
nothing right
your
now, but I
chest.
would love for everybody to go to my page and look at my Krabby Patties because they were so cute.
Your
I will be
Work.
Krabby
making some
Patties.
tomorrow. Yes, you
I'm
gotta
going to
go on
look at
my
these.
page, Simply Michelle on Instagram. And yeah, like my little Krabby Patties because they were cute and they were delicious, not just by me. They were
Krabby
tested
Patties.
and approved. So,
Krabby Patties.
and anyway,
NACHE is how you spell Nashay. And if you can't spell simply, get the fuck off the internet.
yeah, he can't spell
It's
We
something.
all
all
one
already
word
know.
though.
Some
All
people
one
get
word.
fucking challenged.
All one
Simply
word.
Michelle,
Challenged.
NACHE. So please
Oh
hit
my
me up,
god.
y'all. I got the goods.
Saying.
I'm trying to
Get
quit
off
my
the
day
gram if you
job.
can't spell. I hate you.
Chuh,
Right.
right? You need a
That's
book.
why. That's why every time I have you on here, you fit in the advertising. You fit in the mention it. You need to
Yeah,
be ready.
man.
Come on.
Gotta sell these plates and platters,
I
baby. The
was
desserts and
ready. I
whatnot.
just ain't had no good promotion coming up. That's all.
No, you don't need a promotion. You just gotta be able to drop that joint like, you know what I mean? Like Diddy mention Bad Boy every time he show up. No
Take
That's
that,
a
take that,
fact.
hesitation.
take that.
You gotta tell him chill. Gotta
Right?
have that simply
Take
the
it,
shade
take
ready
it.
where we tell you chill, hold on.
Right. Yeah, I got
Hold
to start wearing my
on.
shirt. Got you.
You feel me?
Oh, we had
Listen,
a
you know
party,
how
y'all. You're pretty.
there you
I
go.
love these cards. Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah, I about to say,
they were so
yeah,
cute.
yeah, yeah,
I'm very
yeah,
proud of them.
yeah. Let them see the cupcake. Pause. Um, cuz,
Let them see the
what you got?
cupcake.
Hey man, it's always gonna be B&B on the clock. That's always gonna be first and foremost. You know, we still on every platform. Check us out. Check out the old episodes. Like I said, like I was saying offline earlier, I've been trying to work hard to get the other V back on the clock and get us up and running again. Also, check out my solo pod that's coming out very, very soon. Working on some things, trying to figure out what platform we're gonna drop this on. But I'm here to pod will be the new show, just me solo guest appearances from people. I hope everyone on here will make a guest appearance on the show. Um,
All right.
Oh,
yeah, we got to do like a show without my cousin, like just me and you. Like we gotta have a
that's a
big.
fact. Y'all definitely do.
Let me
That's a
know.
fact.
But so
Shit,
that's
y'all
gonna
could do
be
one
that.
on here.
Hey, we could, yeah, yeah.
We'll set that up.
We set that
Run
up.
that play.
Mm.
Yeah, we gotta run that. Shout out to all my brothers down in Montgomery, Alabama, swinging chairs and acting fool.
Okay.
Shout out to the sweet tea party, baby.
Listen.
you
Fucking
know,
folding
my
chairs
man
Exactly.
did
unite,
the hat
bitch.
flip. He did the Bobby Smurder, threw up the bat signal,
Yeah, man.
score.
I'm done.
Gee, I've been cracking up at that shit all week.
Yo,
Don't get
I
me
ain't
started.
never laughed so hard in my
Listen.
life.
Hilarious.
And did y'all know that the three dudes that joined in, and the one that was skipping,
Uh,
he from DC. He a DC rapper. I was like, I knew that nigga looked very DC
First of
ish.
all, you know niggas don't skip. So you know when they started
Okay.
skipping,
When they
that shit
skipping,
was
what you
They
on.
finna be
on,
on your
nigga?
ass.
You ready? You
Okay.
dead ready?
Any nigga
Mm-hmm.
that skip and pull up his pants, watch
It's
out.
on.
He
It's
finna
on.
mop your
Okay.
ass. You getting murked, okay?
Yo, old head with the chair. Oh, as they said earlier,
Oh
Oak
my
with the
God.
chair. He was
Unk with the chin.
Up
he
with
was
the
swinging.
chair.
He was
With the
swinging for
chin.
dear life. He was hitting home runs
Listen.
everywhere.
Hey,
He
but
said,
y'all
"Who
like
got
how
smoked?"
Walmart and Amazon running all kind of folding chair promotions too, right?
And
They
niggas is
Listen.
buying
For,
them
capitalizing off
chairs.
all
for
the
sure.
niggas. Like they be.
For
Absolutely.
Mm.
sure.
And niggas is buying them chairs.
For
Y'all
sure.
see that
I
white
seen
man
one
Crocs
place they
though?
sold out of chairs already.
What?
Damn.
My
Yeah.
people, my
Did
people,
y'all
my
see that
people.
white man Crocs? Did y'all see his Crocs?
Yeah,
Get them, just
Ran
yeah.
through, baby.
He didn't put them in
Somebody
sports
say,
mode.
you
man.
That's
know
the
how much
problem.
ass
See,
whooping
he
you
put
had
them
to
in
take for
sports
your
mode.
Crocs to look like that?
He ain't put them in sports
Yo,
mode. He was supposed to put them
listen.
things in
Oh
sports
my
mode.
No
god.
shit. That's what
He
somebody say.
wasn't
They put them
ready.
Jones in sport mode.
He was not prepared at
He
Oh
wasn't
all.
ready.
shit. Well,
First of
fucking,
all,
No, he
fucking,
was not ready.
never.
Aquaman, Aquaman jumped
Jermichael
off the
Goodert
Phelps.
boat.
Jr. Yo.
Fucking Jermichael Phelps.
Yo, my man jumped off the boat and started swimming. He was going to go catch some action.
Yeah.
Facts.
Got on the dock and took them shoes off and threw them things. He was banging.
He was
Listen.
throwing.
He was
First of all, he
bad.
is Olympic medal fit, okay?
Right.
Elite athlete.
Apparently he's
That
training.
water was kicking his ass too.
Apparently he's
Clearly.
training for something
Clearly.
like
I'm telling you,
he's
that's
training
an
for a
elite
swim meet or
athlete.
like some type of
Well,
like competition or
No
something.
surprise.
no surprise.
No
I was like,
surprise. Because that man, you
interesting.
know how much you got to have in you to get. Just think about getting out the pool, how tired you feel. That man swam against water you could drown in and got out
This
and
is
was
true.
throwing.
He threw a
This is
couple
Young
people
man,
in the
you a
absolutely
water.
right. He
problem.
said, "Oh hell no."
You a problem.
He threw a couple people in the water.
Man, you're
Certainly.
going to succeed at whatever you compete in. You're
Certainly.
going to succeed at whatever physical sport you compete in. I can't wait to see you win some trophies, young boy.
Yep.
For
Yeah.
Yep.
real. You
Yeah.
Shout
that.
out to
You
you.
him. Him
You
and
are
peace.
him. That's
Okay?
right.
Right. He the real
Hey,
MVP.
Yo, you
Shawty
see
was
the boy
crazy.
today? Did you see the
Aquaman.
video of the boy today with the yellow chair?
Oh, he was wearing that nigga out. Wearing that nigga out.
These niggas
Yeah,
took
he,
the
But
He
he
was
chairs
letting
got
every chance
boys.
back
they
hey,
at
get.
him. So
the real definition of going to
Good
Pound
measure.
Town. He was taking that nigga. He was
okay.
beating that
All
nigga
right. This
ass.
is good. This. All
Yo.
right. That is it. That we are done.
He WWE that man.
Pound town.
Hey, that was so much animosity in the way he took that joint over his head and was like, boom. I said, he's
Yes.
We are
tore that nigga
done.
ass up.
Did
Tore that
y'all
nigga.
hear this female say the real
Definition of
definition of
pound
man?
town.
Pound town.
Thugging with my rounds, my folding chair round. We are done. That is it.
About to take a
All
nigga
right.
down. Bow, bow.
Parents, parents.
Oh Jesus! It's just we
Steve
don't have
got
no
E.
sense. The four of us cannot call
None.
together
Always
anymore.
on behalf of, of, of Mr. I can't
He can't even get his life
You
together.
can't even get it out. You can't even
on
get it out.
behalf
Oh shit!
of the owner of Simply Nashay, on behalf of Big Niche, aka Moneybag Niche, aka
Yes.
Mimi the
Yes, money
Goddess,
bag.
Sneak.
and on behalf of your favorite coach's favorite motherfucking coach, be
I got that.
respectful, be wise, be patient, be kind. No, not be kind yet. Be patient. Y'all got me fucked up. Um,
Be prepared.
be safe and stay dangerous. For damn sure, be
Like
prepared.
that.
For damn sure, be
Be
prepared.
chair, be
But
chair ready.
shut up.
Chair ready.
Quiet. Be quiet.
Yo.
Be quiet, niggas.
Oh Jesus! Oh my
I
God!
hate these niggas,
Gotta
man.
keep that thing
Um,
quiet.
be kind.
Mm-mm.
As many people as you possibly can. As evidenced by that situation, not everybody you're gonna be able to be kind to. Some people
Yeah,
gonna make
facts.
that impossible.
Keep the chair ready.
Fuck them, and hit them with a chair. But to everybody else,
That part.
be as kind as you possibly can. But most importantly, be kind to your damn selves every single day
Yes.
out. Remember that because you deserve love and you deserve respect. So be kind to yourself every single day. Make sure to fill your cup so that you have enough to share with everybody else. We love y'all. We
Indeed.
appreciate y'all. And we finna get up out of here. Peace.